Hello, hello, my friends. It is your pal Keith here at Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in England. Pardon the American accent, but I am in England. I've got an Epiphone Zakk Wylde Les Paul Custom to show you today. I've got a bunch of these. They're all chilling out in my bedroom upstairs. I do live here at the studio. And yeah, I've had this one for about a year. I got it from a guitarist in Cambridge at the university. Cool guy. And this was his baby. He was moving and didn't want to bring this on the plane with him. So I got it. Drove up there, got it from him, explored Cambridge for the day. Cool trip. If you've ever had any desire to visit England and you haven't been, come see Cambridge. It is awesome. It's like being on the set of Harry Potter. Anyway, back to this guitar. A lot of really cool features. This is pretty much the highest end, most expensive thing you can get from Epiphone. It does have a mother of pearl custom shop diamond there, and the Epiphone logo is in mother of pearl. You've got the gold Zakk Wylde truss rod cover, block acrylic inlays on a rosewood fretboard, and then the iconic Bullseye finish in kind of antique white. Looks really nice. Gold hardware all around and the acrylic speed knobs. Very nice. This is the Korean model. So this is the early models, and essentially the most desirable ones. The most expensive parts, materials, construction, rock solid. The only thing that's different between the Koreans and the Chinese later models, one of the few different things, is the pickups. You have the passive versions rather than Zakk's active versions. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, different strokes for different folks. And I'm a huge fan of passive pickups. I prefer them over active for recording, certainly. And Alexi Leho from Children of Bodom, he uses emg-hz. HZs. So they're not the end of the world, and if you want to swap them out, go ahead and do so. Not too tough to do. All right. There you see in the neck, I guess the heel, you've got this block reinforcement there. You've got a scarf joint. Not all Zakk Wylde guitars from Epiphone have scarf joints. I've got one from China. It does not have a scarf joint, interestingly enough. Also, over the years, you'll have variations on the shape of the headstock. Some are a little bit different. And this is a late Korean model, 2008. Grover tuners. You can see the Zakk man himself right there. I've seen a lot of talk on the internet about fakes having 4 stripes or fakes having like limited edition custom shop here. It's not the case. It just depends on the year of the guitar, the factory. We just did a Buzzsaw video. It had a limited edition thing. I think the Buzzsaws and the camouflage models, have the limited edition custom shop logo there. The lighting's going a little bit funny on this phone. Sorry about that. I'll try to. Where is it? It's more like kind of like that. That's what it looks like in person. Nice binding. Part of the reason why I'm doing this video is to show you, of course, what one of these looks like in person, in case you don't have one hanging around at your local guitar shop. A lot of guitar shops don't even stock used guitars. But also, you know, we're selling it in our shop, so I want you to know exactly what you're getting. And there's so much talk about counterfeits. This is a commonly faked guitar coming out of China. It's weird, you know, they'll make them in China, they'll fake them in China, and you'd think they'd spend all of their energy faking the big dollar guitars. They fake those too, but these are still super valuable. And if you can still fake a guitar and sell it retail, the fake, for half of what a used one goes for, well then clearly there's a market and they are going to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, there's just so much bad information out there, and I've seen lots of genuine guitars identified as fakes because quality control might not be perfect, or people don't realize that there are variations between the exact same model, but for different model years in different factories where they're produced. They are right, though, that this should be unfinished. If you get one with a glossy neck, that is a telltale sign on fakes. These import stickers, those are a telltale sign that it's good. For some reason, the fakers just never think to put that on. I don't know why. Serial number. Let's see what the serial number looks like. You can get an idea for the font. It almost looks like it's individual numbers. Can't really tell there, but that's the font. Grover tuners, they'll fake anything in China, but these are real ones. You can see the crispness of the font, the nice beveled edges there and there. And surprisingly, the guitar on the Zakk Wylde logo looks kind of crap. Looks like there's bleed in the stripes, but that's a sign that it's good. And I've had others, I think from later Chinese models that are real, that look super crisp, and they're real, and they're good too. Interesting enough too, these input jacks aren't exactly the same. I've got 3. We'll do another comparison model review in another video, where I have 2 Korean, an early Korean model, this late Korean model, and a late Chinese model, and we'll line them all up side by side, and you'll see all the little differences that I'm talking about. Like the input jack's different, the wood, headstock, silhouette dude, yeah, all that stuff. So that will be a good video to check out too. While you're here, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. We're racing to 1,000. I got no subscribers yesterday. Ruined my whole day, guys. Really upset about that. Sat there staring at my control panel. 186 subscribers. Let's at least get to 200 people. Tell your friends, tell your wives, tell your girlfriends. We need more chicks on the channel. 2.9% girl viewership. What's going on with that? All right. Well, I think you've got a good idea of what these look like in person. Here's the Epiphone bridge. The Epiphone bridges have the flathead screwdriver top. The Gibson bridges have the thin post. The knobs are probably the same. I can't tell any difference. No treble, bass, rhythm lead ring around the pickup selector. Sometimes they'll have it. I've got a camouflage one upstairs that has it. They're not supposed to, but I've even seen advertising from Gibson and Epiphone for the Epiphone models with the ring around it. So just because you have the ring doesn't mean it's fake. It just means that, you know, the guy on the production line in Asia wasn't paying attention, or potentially someone wanted it there or thought it was supposed to be there. You might have a guitar and it's passed through 5 people's hands and they said, "Oh my God, where's the ring? It's missing." And someone slapped it on there. Showing you what this rosewood fretboard looks like. It actually, I'm not sure that it is rosewood. It looks like maple. I think it's a maple fretboard. See that texture there? And then there's these big streaky lines going through. I think this is a baked maple fretboard. I'm going to have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. We just had a Melody Maker Gibson Flying V that looked like that, and it had a baked maple fretboard. Yeah, all these lines running through. Looks like maple. And you have that kind of hazy, going like this, staticky, grain type texture. That looks like it. There you go. You can see it there. All right, I'll check my specs online. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. But that's the guitar. Cool, guys. See you soon in the next video. Bye.